Child safety. What actually does it mean? It is an area which is concerned with limiting children's exposure to hazards and reducing children's risk of harm. Children are very much vulnerable to accidents, crimes, and etc. So, according to a recent survey, approximately 1 million children worldwide are harmed each year from accidental injuries or from crimes, with about 90 to 95% taking place in low and middle income countries. So, we, the student of Bennett University, have come up with a great solution which can really make a great impact in ensuring children's safety. So, without wasting much time, let's have a look.
Hello everyone, my name is Kush and my role in the sprint was to work on intro, problem statement part, and I also created the activity diagram and worked upon the mock UI part with my team's help. Today I will brief you about our project GPSafeXchild. So, as the name suggests, it's about child safety. If we break the name of our project in three different parts, which is GPS, AFEX and child, it's about child safety using GPS technology. So, don't you worry about your child safety? When in time like today's, the crime rate against children is on a high rise. So, to ensure the safety of children, we have come up with our project GPSafeXchild, in which we will be developing an Android application which will give some feature like live tracking of school bus, gives notification when the bus reaches bus stop, and also some features for school administration like recording attendance of driver, and driver will get the details of the students.
Hello everyone, I am Sem-4 and I have worked on the background research, the proposed system section, and I have created the use case diagram for the sprint report. So talking about the problems, we have mainly three important problems which needs to be solved as soon as possible, and if not solved then can lead to major complications in the future. So let me brief you these three problems. So first point, when the child is traveling from school to home or from home to school alone in school bus, then the main thought which comes into the parent's mind is that whether the child is traveling safe or not, or whether he or she is really traveling comfortably or not. So the main point which we try to implement here is about ensuring the child's safety. The second most important issue which was taken into consideration was that in case of emergency, the bus driver finds it very difficult to contact to the child's parents, because generally small children don't remember their parents' contact information like telephone number or home address. The third important problem which we have taken into consideration is that due to such a heavy amount of data in the school administration, the maintaining the attendance records and salary slips or some other important information regarding the bus driver or the bus conductor was too irritating, and somehow if it would get lost, then it would become very difficult to restore these important documents. So basically these were some of the important problems which needs to be solved as soon as possible.
Hello, my name is Gautam and my role in the sprint was to work on system analysis and design, that is user stories, and also create class diagram. Now let me tell you about the solution of the problem that we have just discussed. As there are multiple problems faced by different users, to make sense there will be different solutions according to the user need. The most important solution being, or the first tier solution, is to keep live tracking option of the school bus, for which we have considered two options. The first option in which we will track the location using the driver's phone, and the second one in which we will record the location of the bus itself using Raspberry Pi as a tool. The second tier solution is to track or record the attendance of the driver or the conductor to reduce paperwork and manwork, and to just keep the record in the app itself. The third tier solution, or the solution which will give extra fuel to our project, is that we have given an option in which if there will be an emergency between the travel of home and school, so there will be an option given to driver to view the details of the child, and after viewing the details of the child, to keep it more secure, the school management will be notified about it, and therefore the whole process will be safe and secure. Also, the notification of when the child reaches the school will be given to the parent to just keep them notified about the real life status. Now, after discussing the solution, to make them work, we will be using some tools. Let me brief you about that. So we will be developing an Android application. So we will be using Android Studio for that, and therefore Java and XML will be used as backend and frontend respectively. Now there will be a large set of users, and we have to keep the real-time status of the users. So we will be using Firebase as a database in this project.
Hello everyone, my name is Sahil and my role in the sprint was to work upon the project planning section and also to create sequence and data architecture diagrams. Talking about the stakeholders of our project, we would like to thank Dr. Anurag and Dr. Nidhi for being our mentors and for helping us at each and every point throughout this project. I would also like to thank all our teammates. Without them, this project wouldn't have been possible. Talking about the users of this project, this application. Since this application or project is meant for the school-going kids for their safety, hence the basic users, the main users of our project will be the school authorities and also the parents. Now talking about the requirements, since this application would be installed on the smartphone, hence we have chosen the Android system, the Android OS to be the first OS on which our application would be released. Now, since we want that all the features would be working on each and every device, hence we have kept the minimum specification of the Android phone to be Android 8, and also internet and GPS should be working on that smartphone. For the driver's phone, we are talking about the GPS and the internet, and for the school going kids parents phone, only an Android phone with Android 8 Plus installed in that, and also working internet connection.
So basically this is our use case diagram, and here you can see we have defined different features which is written inside this box, and depending upon different users who will be using our applications for different purposes, we have divided these features among the users accordingly. Now let's talk about the roles and how did we actually divide and assign these features to these users. So starting with the developer. The main work of a developer is to develop the complete application starting from front end to back end, and after developing, the next important job is to handle the server and remove any type of bug present or to update the application time to time. So in short, the complete maintenance of the application will be done by the developer. So now the parents are the main user, the primary user of our application. They will be using the app by creating an account and logging in, and then after logging in they will be monitoring the child's location from the maps page, which will show the live tracking of the child. Now comes the school administrators. School administrators are also the primary user who will also be monitoring and tracking the live location of the school bus in order to ensure the safety, and along with this they have the access to the students contact information and the driver's record. They have the right to register user or to remove or update user. Basically they can maintain the user flow. Now comes the bus driver and conductor. They are basically our secondary users who will be logging into the application for just accessing the child's information, and only in case of emergency, and also they can track their attendance records or some salary details or some other important information regarding them only. So this is basically an overview of use case diagram.
So now coming towards the activity diagram, this is the activity diagram of our project. This is the start point. This is the login page. If user enter incorrect password, now he will have to enter the correct password to have the access to the application. If user is not having an account, he can register himself and create a new account. If user enters the correct password, he will be redirected to the attendance information page, and now comes towards the live location tracking of the bus page, where the user can track the live location of the school bus in which the child is present. Now if there is any case of emergency in the school bus, then the driver can access the information of any child. If driver tries to access the information of the child, the parents as well as the school authority will get notified that there is an emergency in the school bus, and if there is nothing like any situation like this, now everything is normal. and this is the end point of our project. Thank you.
Now let's talk about the class diagram, which depicts the structure of a project, also known as structural diagram. It's all about different classes, where GPSafeXchild, this is a class, and these are abstract classes, this is a composition, and these are association. And the lower part of any class are the access variables. Now starting with GPSafeXchild class, we will be taking user type, name and password fields here, and for that the access variables are login, register and logout, basically the buttons. Coming towards the user, we will here differentiate into two types of users. The one is the school authority and the second one are the parents. The school authorities can be driver, conductor and the transport head, whereas the parents can be otherwise a child guardian or a mentor. And for that we will verify the mail and also the mobile number. Coming towards composition with the user is the features class. The features class provides all the basic features that we are providing: live location, bus tracking, child emergency details and driver conductor attendance, and the Google API is the access variable here. The tools are in the composition with the basic project also, and also with the database. And for that the tools are Android Studio, Java, XML. App maintenance team will maintain the whole app after it's deployed, and it will be in composition with GPSafeXchild class. So here the name, user ID, password, email will be required for the maintenance team, and also for that the track location, the attendance records and the removing bugs features are in the access variables. The user database will consist of the list of user, type of user, email, phone, user ID and the name of user. For these access variables will be to add a user, we will have to delete sometimes, and also to update, and sometimes to search a particular user, search option is also there. So this was all about class diagrams.
Now we would be discussing about the sequence diagram. So as soon as the bus driver reaches inside the school bus, he would mark himself present first. Then he would mark all the students present. Now as soon as the school server gets the notification or the message that yes, all the students that were meant to be inside the bus are inside the bus, the school server would first notify the parents that yes, your kid is inside the school bus. Then it would allow the driver to leave the school. Now our application that is installed in the driver's mobile would guide the driver with the best route using Google Maps to reach the student stop first, and without any traffic jam. If it is possible, the best possible path available would be chosen. So the driver would stop at the desired stop that is meant. Now as soon as he reaches there, a notification would go to the school server that yes, this kid is at that location, and then the school server would notify the bus driver that yes, you have to drop the student. Now as soon as the school server gets notification that yes, the student has reached his or her destination, the school server would notify via the parents mobile application that yes, your student, your kid is at the bus stop and he would be reaching home in the amount of time that he usually takes.